Hi guys, my name is John Collins. I'm a men's mental health worker with Exchange House Ireland National Traveller Service. As we know, this week is Men's Health Week, from the 15th of June to the 21st of June. We also know husmen are quite bad in attending appointments and taking an interest in health in general, but that's especially when it comes to traveller men. There's no interest in their personal health, which is very important. They don't go to the doctor, they don't engage in talking about health. So listen, this week we're going to try and raise awareness around that, as it is Men's Health Week. And the way we're going to do that is just going to interview a different variety of people that's working in travel organisations, are also travellers and working in the health sector. So we're in Finglas today in the Villa Park, and the first person we're going to be interviewing is Patrick Riley, and he's a mental health worker in Paddy Point. So let's go and have a chat with Patrick. So Patrick Riley from Paddy Point, thanks for taking the time to talk to me today just around the awareness of Men's Health Week. First of all, I want to ask you how you're coping, you and your family, regarding COVID-19 over the last 3 months.
Yeah, no problem, John Paul. Thanks very much for this opportunity. COVID-19, John Paul, like a lot of travellers, it was a big change to wake up to all of a sudden, and it impacted on me an awful lot. Like the restrictions around the travel, for example, I have family in Navan that I couldn't visit, and it's nice having a phone call and what have you, but you miss the whole face-to-face with your grandparents, your father and mother, your nephews and nieces. So that restriction impacted. We've seen it around a couple of funerals there that happened with travellers, that you'd love to go to the church and the graveyard, and that was limited as well. Also for me, like having to work from home, it's not an environment I was used to, because you go into your work, you were mixing with people, you had access to the internet, Wi-Fi, printer, stuff like that. Working from home and trying to live at home, trying to manage on a site, it was difficult. I won't tell lies, and I still find it difficult.
Just regarding Men's Health Week, would you have a message for any of the men out there, just traveller men in general?
I think for this year Men's Health Week of 2020, the theme is Restore the Balance, and I think now more than ever after COVID, we have to find a way to find coping mechanisms after COVID, and Restore the Balance is a theme that makes a lot of sense. For me, John Paul, I've limited my time on social media because I find that you're too long on social media, it impacts on you, the day is gone, you're staying up late. I find I have a routine set there where I try and go to bed at the same time and try and get up, get a routine going.
Sleep properly.
Yeah, and regarding Men's Health Week as a whole, it's a very important week, because we know that traveller men, there's a stigma there around traveller men going to doctors, going to get the health information. So this is a great awareness around this week, around heart disease, stroke, mental health, mental fitness. So I think there's a great push there to raise that awareness for traveller men.
That's great. Thanks very much, Patrick.
No worries, John Paul.
Hi guys, it's John Collins here again. So continuing with the theme of Men's Health Week, today I'm in Exchange House Ireland, and I'm going to be interviewing William McDonough. He's the Youth Service Manager within Exchange House. He's just going to be giving his views on COVID-19 and how it's affected him, his family and community, and also his message for Men's Health Week. So let's check it out. William McDonough, thanks very much for taking time for this interview today regarding Men's Health Week. I just want to ask you first, how did you get on with COVID-19 over the last 3 months regarding your family and personally?
Well, I suppose like everyone else, it was a shock, because it was something that we thought we'd never seen in our lifetime. It was a complete lockdown in our country, and then no one really understood the COVID, and there was people the precautions were put in place. I suppose like everyone else, it was hard at the start, because everyone was worrying, and it was up in the air, and you had vulnerable people belonging to you who you couldn't visit, and you were in lockdown, and you were afraid that you were going to spread it and stuff like that, but you still had to get on with your life and try and do your job as good as you can, because there's people out there that needs our services, and we delivered them the best we could in the COVID, But yeah, no, it was hard, and it was hard to start, but look, we got through it, thank God, and everyone is we're sort of back on track now, But I suppose for families, not just probably families in general, being in lockdown and getting used to the new way of life, which we probably will have to for a long time to come yet, that way?
Yeah.
And it's not a time for people to be complacent. It's a time for people to stay vigilant, and it's time for people to still look after the vulnerable in our society, because at this stage, we're still not understanding it. We know we have to get our country back up and running, and we know we have to get back to some normality, but I still think that it's going to be a long road for people to actually understand it.
Yeah, definitely. And what would your message be then for Men's Health Week, just in general, for the week that's in it?
Well, my message for Men's Mental Health Week is for all young men out there, for all men across the board, is that your health is your wealth and look after it. You know, and like make sure that you seek help if you need help. You know, and there's no stigma around looking for help. You know, and there's plenty of organisations out there across the board which will be willing to give help. You know, but at the end of the day, I suppose the message is positive mental health leads to good health.
Cool, yeah.
You know, so it's your health. You know, and people can't really initiate that enough. You know, positive mental health leads to good health,
Yeah.
and then that spans out to your whole family. So if you're good, if you're good within yourself, then everything around you is good.
Yeah, rub off on
Yeah,
it.
rub off. So it's good to be, you know, and as I say, and I continue to do this, there is nothing wrong with asking for help. You know, when you ask for help, you get the help.
Yeah,
You know, and just to make sure that everyone realises that, you know, good health, your positive health is, you know, that's it. You know, positive health is good health.
That's great, thanks very much.
No problem. Thank you, John Paul.
Hi guys, John Collins here again from Exchange House, on the move for Men's Health Week. Today I find myself in Coolock in Carroll Park, and I'm going to be speaking to Michael Collins. He's the National Youth Officer for the Irish Travelling Movement. So we'll just get his views on COVID-19 and also his message for Men's Health Week. Let's see what he has to say. Michael Collins from the ITM National Youth Officer, thanks very much for taking your time for this interview, just highlighting Men's Health Week. I'd just like to ask you, just regarding the COVID-19 in the last 3 months, how have you been coping? How has it affected you and your family or your community?
Well, it's been very, very challenging, yeah. Also very fearful, looking at the news and not knowing what to expect, and the whole community now was kind of in fear and in shock. I suppose it was very hard constantly being indoors with the kids, with small kids, and I also had to work from home as well, so we were doing stuff on the laptop, and the kids would be around, and it was a struggle, it was hard. And also what I found difficult was the distance from home, the 5 kilometres from home, and not being able to go far from your home. So even to get in the car, if you go down around the country for a drive or just get away or go to a public park, you couldn't even do that. Your shops, every shop you go to, there'd be queues, and like it says, everywhere you go there'd be queues, and it was just a whole different scene. And the lads on site, I suppose, was doing nothing, and lads that had businesses wasn't working, the lads that had jobs wasn't working. So all the males on site was kind of doing that, and it kind of affected all the men on site now did.
A lot of extra free time.
Yeah.
And just regarding Men's Health Week itself, what would your message be to the travelling men in Ireland, and just your own experience of the work you're doing, and what would your message be for them?
My message would be to the travelling men is just to, do a little bit of exercise, suppose just keep yourself occupied, coping mechanisms, whatever helps you to make you cope. Could be your faith, could be prayer, could be meditation, mindfulness, a bit of exercise, working, meeting friends, meeting family. Could be anything really, but like I said, just learn a new skill. But just keep coping, I suppose, and just keeping your mind occupied, and always trying to see the positive side of things as well. But I know it can be difficult, I suppose. It's just trying to see that light at the end of the tunnel.
Alright. Michael, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks very much.
Hi, John Collins here from Exchange House. So I'm on the move again for Men's Health Week, and today I'm also finding myself in Finglas, where I'm going to be interviewing Thomas McDonald. He's a youth worker for Exchange House Ireland, so we're going to see what his views are on Men's Health Week and also COVID-19, how he's been struggling the last while. So let's see what he's got to say. Thomas McDonald from Exchange House Ireland, youth worker, thanks very much for taking the time to take part in this interview regarding Men's Health Week.
No problem.
I just want to know, how did you get on personally with COVID-19 and for the last 3 months regarding your family, and personally how did it affect you?
Well, the hardest bit for me personally was not being able to see your family for long periods of time. But I suppose with the technology that we have today, we could keep in contact with WhatsApp and video calls and stuff, so
Yeah.
that helped a lot. But that would have been the hardest part for me, not being able to go and mix with your family the way that you want to.
Yeah, cool. And just regarding the Men's Health Week, what would your message would be for the traveller men that's across the country in Ireland? What would your message be for the week that's in it?
I suppose just try and live as healthy a lifestyle as you can, try to exercise as regularly as you can, and eat as healthy as you're able to do. And if you're having mental health issues, don't be afraid to talk to anybody. There's always someone to talk to there, and if you need support, you can always get onto the Samaritans there, or pay at the house or anyone like that. It's all someone that you're able to talk to.
That's great, thanks very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi guys, John Collins here again from Exchange House. Today I actually find myself back in Exchange House today. I'm going to be conducting my interview with Johnny Martin. He's an accommodation worker with Exchange House and we're going to be conducting it over Zoom. So we're just going to be getting his ideas on how he's been affected and coping with COVID-19 over the last 3 months, and what message he also has then for the traveller men across the country regarding Men's Health Week. So let's see what he has to say. Hi Johnny Martin, thanks very much for taking part in this interview just regarding Men's Health Week. I'd just like to ask you, just regarding the COVID-19 for the last 3 months, just your challenges and your struggles, just regarding yourself, your family and your community, how have you been getting on?
It's been tough, but we're a relatively close family, so we normally go and visit each other at least once a week or so. But
Okay.
We've been communicating a lot over the phone, and it doesn't seem as bad keeping in contact through social media and that. But and we're kind of been a rock for one another as well. So one of my family members is going through a bit of a tough time. I'm there to kind of talk to them, and vice versa, you know. So just taking it step by step, one day at a time, John Paul, really.
Yeah, and did you have many family down the country or restrictions on the travel? Did that get you as much?
Yeah, a lot of my family, like the majority of my family doesn't live in Dublin, so it was proven difficult, like especially my mother. She'd be in high risk category, so the fact that you kind of want to go and help her go shopping and things like that, and you can't, because they live outside of Dublin and I obviously live in Dublin, so it's a bit awkward, you know what I mean? So frustrating more so than anything. You know, I feel like you should
That's
be
it.
able to, but you can't. You know?
Yeah, you don't want to be breaking the law either with restrictions and stuff, yeah?
Well, at the moment, I think the best thing I can do, or advise anyone to do, is just be mindful of themselves, really, and just, I think that's helping enough for now, you know, and that's all we're asked to do, is just be responsible for ourselves.
Exactly, yeah. And then just regarding Men's Health Week itself, what would your message be to the traveller men across the country at the minute because of Men's Health Week and what they can do just regarding their own personal health?
First and foremost, like, I'd like to say that we'll get through this. We, as the travelling community, we've been through tough times in the past and we've got through it. Physically, get out and do a little bit of exercise, whether it's just a walk with the dog, or try to do a little bit of healthy eating, and implement some vegetables and high protein, and just be mindful that this isn't forever and we will get through this, you know, as the world, not necessarily the country, the whole world, we will get through this, you know, but we can only get through this being somewhat optimistic that we will go forward, you know.
That's great. Well, listen, Johnny Martin, accommodation worker at Exchange House, I really appreciate your time. And thanks very much for taking this interview regarding Men's Health Week. Nice one, thank you.